And here we are at Mantic Games, ready to enter into the open day. And I apologise now wholeheartedly for the noise on the recordings. I do try and keep people off camera if I can, so they don't. And there we go. bit of a sales display of Kings of War, of which, as you can see, there are a fair few boxes there, and quite a few more additional pieces here. Pretty good war game. And oh, there you go, more boxes again. You got the main multi-packs at the top, and all your individual factions there, lined up left and right. Kind of self-evident, really. If you've ever been into any other gaming miniature place, any shop like this, you'll see these everywhere, and it's no difference here. But this, as you can see, there's quite a variation. And this is just on the Kings of War section. That's just for one game.
Cheers, Ronnie.
Yeah, we know how it goes.
Okay, here we are. We've got a bit of a close-up on the displays. As you can see, little rat men. Oh, I love the little tank in the middle. That's pretty cool. Mounted rats. As you can see, there are rats of various kinds on this one. I just like the rats. Rats are always a fun one to focus on for me. But yeah, there you go. A little display of some of the units they've got on offer for that particular faction. And what have we got next? Oh, another picture of that guy. He looks pretty gnarly, must admit. Ah, undead. Undead of the vaguely Egyptian variety. Or not holy. The one thing I like about undead with Mantic, and it's one thing I've always liked about undead with Mantic, unlike most other gaming companies, they're not big. You know, they're supposed to be the bones from inside another creature, and most companies tend to have them where the actual skeletons are somehow larger than the things they came from. So I quite like the take on it. I like the thinner skeletons. A little bit more on the realism. Aha! Check out the little floaty blimp guys in the centre. Oh, look at that, elementals. Big phoenix looking thing at the back. And oh, that's a better look. And a different one. Very demonic, very fire based. And that's a much better picture. Yeah, quite like the look of those. Ooh, some sort of chimera in the centre. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Nice little diorama there. I say little. It's a bit bigger than it might look at first glance, because it's actually that high. They had to take a shelf out. Just does that on the floor. It's pretty good. Looks much better in person. I also have to apologise wholeheartedly for the not only the noise of all the other people there, but more for the fact that you couldn't really take photographs of most of this thing because glass and glare and so many lights, as you can see in the reflections. It's very, very difficult to take a photograph without having so much bounce back. Yeah, and my camera's not amazing. The good old phone camera. It's not great, but it's good enough to get an idea. Hopefully you can get an idea from it. They've got a good variation, and the cool thing about the combat system is it's very simple. Some games bog down way too much in the mechanics for some people, and not so much on there. Aha, yes, good old Armada. If you like your seafaring battles, they've got that covered too. I think I've had one game of this, and it was fun. It was fun. Plenty of variants of ships from different factions. Sorry I couldn't get down close enough because some of these are on the floor. And we're back to more Kings of War armies. Some mythical beasts. Plenty of cool looking characters there. I believe they're for the Dungeon Saga. Ah, Labyrinth. Oh, how can you not like Labyrinth? Oh, classics. And here we have the painting table. It's customary for most game stores on event days to have open tables where people can come and paint miniatures, and in this case it's to do with the launch of a new game, a Halo game. So a couple of people were nice enough to show off what they're playing with. Most of these people are first time painters, so it's just gets them introduced to the idea, and yeah, gets them all stuck in, which is good. And so, creeping away from the painting table, I managed to find my way down to some back corridors and have a good look round. And on the walls, there's plenty of artwork from various box sets. Obviously a lot of them are signed, like this one. That appears to be a Hellboy one, if I'm not mistaken. There's quite a few. Oh, let's just not go there. Let's just not go there. Ah, worms. But yeah, there's plenty of artwork to have a quick check out of. So I'll leave you guys to browse through that while I doodle somewhere else. I'll meet you in a second. Well, this isn't the tin. No entry. So yeah, we'll just pop ahead and have a quick look round. Sounds like a good choice to me. And yep, that's my thought exactly. Let's get in there. And as you can see, there's a bit of a Hellboy display going off. Bit far away. Let's have a closer look. So these are past games. Mars Attacks, fantastically insane, and the figures are pretty cool. Yeah, Walking Dead. 3 there. All Out War. And Umbrella Academy. Very, very fun game. I enjoy that. I've actually got that. That's pretty cool. And there you go. That's a shot at the top. So that's just those 5. It's a shame you can't get Mars Attacks anymore. There we go. Hellboy. So we have Hellboy in the centre. Hellboy figurine on the left. And the bookcase, there we go. Bit better picture of it. Looks better in person. Again, the camera. But yeah, they've got some pretty neat Hellboy stuff. And the games have got quite a few expansions too, which is quite cool. There's the box for the bookcase up above. What else have we got? Right. Dungeon Saga. Nice bound book there. Bit of a dice roll flap there. Dungeon Saga Origins. We'll see more of that later. Oh yeah, little Hellboy figurine. Pretty cool. And that's the box for the guy on the shelf you saw a moment ago. And of course pens. Would it be complete without pens? As you can see there's quite a few other things in there. Hellboy and otherwise. And yes, I'm back at the door again. Damn it. But not to worry, because we're in the Bits Emporium, or the Troll Cave, or whatever you wish to call it. As you can see, there are boxes. Inside the boxes, there is resin. Many different kinds of resin, as in different figures. If you know what you're looking for, you can probably find bits you're missing, or make entire figures. We did manage to make quite a few complete ones out of these. It's a couple of quid a bag, and yeah, you can make, make quite a lot in a bag, to be fair. They're all different box sets of orcs. Fantastic. £2 a box. There you go, Umbrella Academy, Dungeon Saga, Hellboy. This is just one of the little rooms they had set up for sales and clearing old stock as well. As you can see. Oh, some more there. Couple of Vanguard. I believe they were Basilia. They're pretty cool. Oh, Hellboy. That's Hellboy the tabletop. There we go. There's a load more sprues and dice boxes and all sorts of random. And if you just look in the back, open day offer. What's this? £1 a bottle of all paints bottles. Bingo. Now, paint aside, I know many people aren't into the wargaming side of things, or even the painting. They just want to play the game. But you know, may as well have a look while we're here, right? Onward.
Actually, there's one thing a little bit split that for landing legs. I'll build this bit.
I got that in the resin, the miscasting Bobby Sliggy room.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do 2D.
Here we go. Bit of the old tabletop fun. I believe this may be from Killzone. As you can see, there's a little bit of a battle setup. Space age terrain. There you go. Dead Zone, that's the one. Not Killzone, it's Dead Zone, sorry. And there we go. Check out the funky alien flora and fauna. Very good. As you can see, the box sets in the background. Ah, Kings of War. There we go. Onto the good old fantasy staple of all wargamers. As you can see, very basic. Bit of a stream, couple of buildings. And straight from the horses, well. These ones appear to have had an accident and are hiding out on a hill. And close look, yep, they're definitely horses. Ah, the Dungeon Saga Origins. This was an entertaining game. Anyone who's ever played things such as Hero Quest, Advanced Hero Quest, Talisman, anything along those lines, the game started to get not complicated, but there was a hell of a lot to it, and it made it kind of difficult for people to pick up who'd never played anything like it before. This is very simple, and thankfully the simplicity makes it fun. Yeah, control 1 to 4 players and off you go, or up to 4 players and a GM. It's great fun. Right, I think we all know what that is. Yes, it's a worm, and yes, they made a board game out of the thing that absolutely haunted me back in the 90s. It was a game I hated with a passion. But there's a board game version of it now, so at least there are things to hit. I mean, it is a fun game. It does do exactly what you'd expect it to do. There's your world as it was. Yeah. It's basically the same as the old computer game. Slightly different mechanics, obviously, because it's now on a hex map as opposed to just launching things across the battlefield. But the sentiments are the same, and well, it's just mayhem. So grab a couple of different teams and go beat the crap out of each other with steel girders, bazookas, machine guns, and grenades. There you go. Couple of close-ups of the the painted up figures. I must admit, they do look cool, but that game, oh my god, sleepless nights. And yes, Halo Flashpoints, based on the Halo everyone knows and loves. First perspective mayhem in a tabletop game. As a little bit of a pullback from the entrance game. There you go. That's just a very basic collection of bits and bobs. That's literally what you get in the box set, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, tactical miniatures game. Should prove to be quite interesting. Apparently it plays just like the first perspective.
That's just the game. That's like almost quite silly how much goes in there. So like most people that I go with it, it's so simple to sell. Just basically team spots. So you move a leader, and then you move everyone else to each other. You want to shoot, you hit basically.
Yes, Christmas has rolled around, and it's time for a good old tavern brawl. I mean, what's Christmas without a good old punch up in the bar? This game is basically a Christmas-based food serving game, where bouncers and other things try to prevent you from doing your job, and it's an advent calendar. So every day you open your advent calendar, you get bits to add to the game. All the game pieces are in the back of the box. So you've got your board and all your bits and bobs. And here we have Deep Space. Same idea, although no serving drinks. It's just literally a bug splat. It's another advent calendar game. Everything's in the back, including that nice funky map. So yeah, looks interesting. Right, and this is kind of the big talk that goes off at the end. Ronnie, the man with his arms outstretched in the distance in front of the glass cases, he stood around and gave us a good half an hour's detail of what's coming up, what's happening. Bit of an ask me anything as well. Questions and answers abound. And one of the things he announced was something which I didn't know anything about, and I'm quite excited to find out more about this. And that is Ghost in the Shell, the RPG. Now, they're going to be doing a tabletop RPG, Ghost in the Shell. Apparently it's being done by their good old mate Alessio Cavatore. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with this. 2025. And of course, go get your Bar Room Brawl. Do it. Do it! Do it now. It's on sale. Go.
I feel like circuitry, see the cheese from the unsuspecting.